Hi, welcome back to the Carver's Woodshop. This is Arlene once again. What we're doing is we're working on this flower. We kind of got the top done, but I want to shape the outside just a bit more. See, I put a little bit of a vein on this side, and I dug this portion out a little bit further on this side. So what we're going to do is we're going to dig it a little further and then round this off inward. Okay? So it has a little more shape to it. We're going to do the same thing here as we did over here. See how deep that is? That's what I want you to do over here. Is just make another stop cut, like so. And folks, make sure your glove and your thumb guard is on when you're doing this project. Turn around. What we want to do is we want to dig that out a little deeper, just like so. We don't want to make it look like so much like a ball. Okay, and we're going to do the other side. But be careful you don't hit that tip of the knife into that section. Okay, try to keep it away from there. Kind of do it where you cut. And you're going to round all that off, like so. See this little vein here? How we got that is just scooping it out, like so. Alright. All that was. Alright. So, and then what we're going to do here also is we're going to round this off. Turn that around, go the other way. We may have to do that one again a little bit deeper again. Alright, see how we've got that so much deeper? It looks a little more like a tulip. I thought it looked a little too round before, so I'm going to trim all this out. And technically there's another vein in here, so we're going to kind of scoop that out a little bit too. Same thing over here, we're going to scoop it out. Alright, see how it looks just a little bit different than before with the veins in there. And we can make those veins a little more pronounced if you like. And then blend either side in. Alright, same thing over here, you can make that a little deeper. And just kind of blend it in. Alright, so you did these, which, you know, you can, when we go to sand it, it's going to be much more pronounced. We're going to take a sander up in there, sandpaper to clean it up really well. Alright, so that's how we did that portion. And I'm still working on the stem. I looked at that and I thought that just didn't look right to me quite yet. So, you know, and there's a lot of going back and forth on this kind of stuff. You know, you don't always get it the first time, which is fine, you know. Like I said before, you want to step back and assess it every so often, you know, and see how much more you have to take off, and you know where you got to take it off, and you know, you can't just work in one area on a carving. A lot of times you've got to move it around and turn it around, especially when you're doing something like what I'm doing right now. Now, here I made kind of cut this a little bit too short up here, so what we're going to do is we're going to trim this off flat. Get rid of that little, we're just going to make it round. We're going to cut this off. Not a lot, just a little bit. Try to flatten that out a little bit. And then what we're going to do here, we're going to cut this in. We're going to start on this vase. Now really, folks, it's up to you how you want to do this thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just round it to those reference lines. I'm going to do one side, and then what I want you to do is I want you to go offline and finish it up on your own to save time on the tape. And You know, and this grain's kind of crazy. It's going both ways, it feels like. It's really tough to figure out which way it's going here. But down here, what you want to do is you just want to scoop it out as much to the center as you can. But before, and the other thing, before we do that, after we do the top especially, even before we do the bottom, we want to do each corner that way and cut it up and try to make it round. Alright, and then after we get that done, we're going to round this thing off, and then it will look more like a vase. Alright, so go ahead and round this stuff off in the center, all the way around. You're going to do your stop cuts at the top here, right underneath. Alright, we're going to cut some of this off anyway. I kind of made a mistake when I cut it. I didn't cut it round, so it could have been more round. But see, when I did that stem, two different directions, see how it's bent? No matter how you look at it, it's curved. See? Except for right there, it's straight. But if you look at that pretty well at any angle, it looks bent and turned. That's what I wanted for that flower. Okay? So, we'll see how this works out, folks. We'll go ahead and keep going with this, and I need to get it done by Friday. My mom's birthday is on Friday, so she'll be 77, bless her heart, and she's doing pretty good. My folks are still with me, which I'm thankful for. They only live a mile up the street from me, so I've been able to go and see them quite often and keep an eye on them and help them with their yard work and, you know, do the yards for them and stuff. So they actually live at the farm. I don't live at the farm. Okay, so I'm going to get offline. We're going to finish this all up, especially up this half up here. If you want to go all the way down to here, that's fine. But we're going to have to round this off a little bit before you do that. So let's go up to here and then clean it all up and then leave the square at the top. Alright, we'll be back.